Coming up on today's show, we will discuss if the Seahawks should trade for Jonathan Taylor or not. Sounds a little crazy, right? I got my thoughts for it in just a moment. But first, your chance to weigh in. Tell us what you think. Y for yes, in for no. Let us know if you think the Seahawks should make a move for the Indianapolis Colts running back. So, Jonathan Taylor, the rumors have been out there for a couple days, kind of all over the place, about his future as he requested a trade from the Indianapolis Colts. And then you look at where the Seahawks are at with the injuries that were reported in the last few days in regards to Kenneth Walker and Zach Charbonnet. Could they be in the market for a replacement? Could they go after Jonathan Taylor with the uncertainty with Walker and Charbonnet? Well, let's start out. Let's set the scene for you here. Ian Rappaport of the NFL Network a few days ago reporting that Taylor formally requested a trade after meeting with Colts owner Jim Irsay. That was followed up with a report by Albert Breer of Sports Illustrated, where Breer said that he got a text from Colts owner Jim Irsay on Jonathan Taylor's trade request, as reported by Rap Sheet. We're not trading Jonathan. End of discussion. Not now, not in October. October, of course, referring to the trade deadline. Now, Jonathan Taylor hasn't been happy with the Colts organization with how they have viewed his back, as it was reported that he had a non-football back injury, and he says that he never even had back pain, never reported back pain. Not sure who the sources are, but find new ones. So, Jonathan Taylor, who is he? Let's tell you more about him in case you need a little refresher. A 2020 second-round pick out of Wisconsin, a first-team All-Pro selection in 2021, and that season was terrific. Led the league in rushing as well as rushing touchdowns in that season, and he has been fantastic very early on in his career. You look at the numbers beyond just the 2021 season where he had over 1,800 yards and 18 touchdowns. He also was fantastic his rookie year in 2020. Last year, not bad as well, with 861 yards, 4.5 yards per carry, and 4 touchdowns. Now, as we told you, there are multiple outlets connecting the Seahawks with Jonathan Taylor with these circumstances. One of those is USA Today's Seahawks Wire. Here's what they had to say. The Seahawks offense already looks stacked on paper, and adding Taylor would be yet another elite weapon at their disposal. Not to mention, Seattle has around $16 million in cap space thanks to new contracts for Uchenna, Nwosu, and Quandre Diggs. Certainly more than enough room to make one splashy acquisition and have the financial flexibility to get a deal done. Folks, this is why you drafted multiple running backs. What I've been telling you for the last couple of months, when everybody was concerned about, well, how are you going to split playing time between Kenneth Walker and Zach Charbonnet, and who's going to be RB1 and all this? Look, the Seahawks have a history. They wear out their running backs. And remember, Zach Charbonnet wasn't the only rookie they picked up at this position. They also picked up Kenny McIntosh, and he looks really good so far throughout training camp. So, no, the Seahawks do not need to be wasting cash on Jonathan Taylor. No offense, he's a very good player and got a bright future and everything, and I'm sure he'll get paid by somebody. But the Seahawks, not what this team needs right now. They need to take care of defense. They got other priorities. No offense to Jonathan Taylor, talented football player, but this isn't what the Seahawks are looking for. So, let me ask you, should the Seahawks trade for Jonathan Taylor or not? Weigh in. Tell me what you think in the comment section. Y for yes, in for no. If they should add the Colts star running back, let us know what you think. Y for yes, in for no. We want to hear from the 12s. Folks, we are just over a week away from the beginning of Seahawks football in 2023, as we will have our Seahawks versus Vikings watch party coming up on Thursday night, August 10th. Sub for dubs if you want your Seahawks to get the job done and show off and show out in their first matchup of the season. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel and join us for our watch party coming up next week. And between now and then, we're going to do a sub battle between our Vikings channel. Friend of the show, Patrick Seatman over there. They got a little bit of an edge in the sub battle right now. So Let's see what we can do to keep up. We don't want to just beat them on the football field, but we want to beat them off the football field as well and prove to them why the 12s and Seahawk fans are the best in the National Football League. Sub for Dubs. Let's take it to the Vikings now and show them who's boss here on Seahawks Today. So another bizarre rumor with this Seahawks team is Bailey Zappe, the backup quarterback for the New England Patriots, according to Bleacher Report, has been suggested as the top trade target for Seattle before the season begins. I'm sure the rest of you are thinking what I am. Huh? Let's explain what Bleacher Report had to say. Zappe proved to be an accurate thrower when pressed into action, and the Patriots won both games that he started. Getting him early in his career, developing him is more than promising succession plan than hoping to break lock of bad habits formed in a bad situation in Denver. Zappe, a former fourth-round pick out of Western Kentucky, played 4 games total last year, 2 starts with that 2-0 record. And right now he's competing for the starting quarterback job in New England alongside Mac Jones. And according to reports, Mac Jones is well on his way to be the starter, but Bailey Zappe at least going to be considered to be probably one of the better backups in the league. What did Bailey Zappe do last year? Well, completion percentage was really good, close to 71%, 781 yards, 5 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions. So then from that point, what was the trade idea Bleacher Report came up with? Well, the former fourth-round pick, they have the Seahawks giving up a 2024 third-round pick in order to bring him in. Now, here's the part where I say, hold the phone. Slow the brakes here for a second, folks. I like Bailey Zappe. I do. I was impressed with what he did and how he stepped up filling in for Mac Jones last year. No issues with Bailey Zappe. Let me make that clear. But with where the Seahawks are at, building for their future from 2023 and beyond, I'm not trying to give up day 2 picks for Bailey Zappe right now, okay? If the Seahawks are trying to make moves for a young quarterback, it's a first-round franchise-caliber quarterback that you're investing in after you're done with Geno Smith. You're not giving up that for a backup quarterback. No offense, but Bailey Zappe's future is not to be the Seahawks starting quarterback. The game plan, we all believe, is that Geno holds on to this job until they go to the young franchise quarterback. Bailey Zappe's not going to be that young franchise quarterback for anybody. I'm not giving up day 2 picks. Too valuable. No thanks as far as I'm concerned. Should the Seahawks trade for Bailey Zappe? What do you think? Tell us in the comment section. Type T for trade, P for pass. Should Seattle make this move or not? Weigh in. Tell us what you think in the comment section below. Folks, we have new merch here on Seahawks Today. It is our Sideline hats, and they come in all different varieties. My personal favorite is the throwback to the AFC days. We also have the ball cap of the current logo and the flat bill. These are just some of the many options that we have. And all of them are on sale now at chatsports.com/Seahawks hats. And these hats, folks, we talked about the watch party coming up next week. When you're watching your Seahawks play and you see the coaches and players and staff on the sidelines, they are going to be wearing these hats. And you can get a hat, one of these, before the season begins. So what are you waiting for? Go ahead and get one of these Seahawks hats now while supplies last. Chatsports.com/Seahawks hats. Just in time for football season as well. Chatsports.com/Seahawks hats to get yours today while supplies last. Got an update out of training camp in regards to defensive lineman Myles Adams. Is he about to take on an expanded role within the Seahawks defense? We've heard with the Seahawks team that they're looking at Jarran Reed at that nose tackle spot. Myles Adams, of course, is one of the possibilities, and the Seahawks just have uncertainty. It's not a clear answer of what they'll do necessarily at that position. What about Myles Adams and his role in the defense? Here's what he had to say this week. First step is definitely my best attribute. I think my knowledge of the game slowed down a lot this year. I saw it last season as well, learning the key reads and everything like that. I think I need to make sure I get consistency and technique and just overall communication. While we were on, we were on. And when we were off, we were definitely off. And you can see that on film and from these statistics. I would say that it was more so discipline in our run gaps because it takes all 11 players, and we got to make sure we have consistency and execution. So you can see Myles Adams on his role. He's looking for more consistency is the big thing. Now, here's the thing. Did you know in 6 games where Myles Adams logged at least 20 snaps last season, the Seahawks gave up about 124 rushing yards per game. That was 18th among 32 teams in the NFL last year. The bottom line is this. If Myles Adams displays an ability to stop the run, if he can show that he can make an impact in the run defense and slow down the rushing attack of their opponents, he will see significant playing time and play a big role. And throughout training camp, throughout the preseason, he's going to have opportunities to prove himself and see if he can have that expanded role or not. But that's what it comes down to. Can he be a run stopper? If he can, Myles Adams can be on the field as much as he wants to be. Pretty simple as that. Will Myles Adams step up on defense this year? Buy or sell? Let's play buy or sell here on Seahawks Today. Chime in, tell us what you think. If you believe in Myles Adams stepping up on defense, type B for buy. If not, type S for sell. Chime in, tell us what you think in the comment section. B for buy, S for sell. Weigh in and let us know what you think. Hit us up on social media, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Threads, and more at Tyler Jones Live. You can find me there, and I'll see you next time right here on Seahawks Today.